Buy calls for cost information. Equal housing lender. Licensed all 50 states. And MLS number 3030.
Your Ford dealer uses only Motorcraft parts, so you can be confident your Ford is properly serviced. Confident enough to write your own fortune cookies.
You are smart, good-looking, and eternally humble.
Now get up to $50 in mail-in rebates on any Motorcraft brake service when you use the Ford Service credit card.
Ford Service. Go with confidence.
Subject to credit approval. Taxes extra. Rebates by prepaid debit card. Panzer shoes on most vehicles. One axle. Exclusions apply. See your participating Ford dealer for rebate details through 12/31/14.
AM 1300 WMEL.
Our forecast for today has a 60% chance of rain with a high of 82. Tonight's forecast will have a low of 56 with an 80% chance of rain. Tomorrow's high will only reach 60 with a 30% chance of rain. And for Wednesday, the skies will be sunny with a high of 66. For the remainder of the week, our temperatures will be in the mid to upper 70s with lows in the mid-60s through Sunday. It's Herman Cain, weekdays at 11 here on AM 1300 WMEL and worldwide at 1300WMEL.com.
Hi, this is Jean Newell with Speak Out, Listen In, with a special thank you to all of the Hometown News readers who voted AM 1300 WMEL their favorite local talk and news station here in Brevard County. Congratulations to John Harper, the WMEL staff, and show host for their continued community support and service.
And now, another film rental discovery.
Welcome to the Indie Film Minute. Today's film has a brilliant cast that includes some of the finest actors of our time. Philip Seymour Hoffman, Albert Finney, Ethan Hawke, and Marissa Tomei. In Before the Devil Knows You're Dead, Hoffman plays an addicted antagonist living beyond his means. His excesses lead him into a desperate plot with his brother for robbing the local jewelry store. They know the store well. They've grown up there. It's their family store. There will be no guns, and their parents don't work on Saturday. What could go wrong? Immersing ourselves in the work of so many master craftsmen is always rewarding. Heading them up is 81-year-old veteran director Sidney Lumet, who just the year before had received Oscar's Lifetime Achievement Award. He was widely respected for his energy and his realistic, intricate, and intense storytelling. Who could forget such films as The Verdict, 12 Angry Men, Failsafe, Dog Day Afternoon, or Network? Before the Devil Knows You're Dead would turn out to be Lumet's swan song. He died at age 86 in 2011. This was his last film and surely one of his finest films, a triumphant crown on a very rich career. Indie Film Minute. Not in theaters. Discovery through rentals.
You're a 19-year-old kid critically wounded in the Central Highlands of Vietnam. Your unit is outnumbered 8-1, and the enemy fire is so intense that your CO has ordered the medevac helicopters to stop coming in. Your family is halfway around the world, and you're thinking that you'll never see them again. Then you hear the sound of a helicopter. Captain Ed Freeman is coming for you. He's not medevac, but he heard the radio call and decided to fly down into the machine gun fire anyway. Then he flies you up and out to safety, and he keeps coming back 13 more times until all the wounded are out. No one knew until the mission was over that the captain himself had been hit 4 times. Medal of Honor recipient Captain Ed Freeman died in Boise, Idaho. We're losing about 285 Vietnam veterans every day. But the Education Center at the Wall will preserve stories like these so future generations will understand and never forget. Call 1-866-990-WALL or go to buildthecenter.org and help us build it.
AM 1300 WMEL.
The views expressed on the following program are those of the hosts, callers, and guests, and are not necessarily those of WMEL staff, management, or advertisers.
Good afternoon. This is Laureen Trent, the Laureen Trent Show, WMEL 1300 AM. I'm glad to be back on the air with the listeners today with my co-host, husband Roy. Welcome, listeners. We've got a great show today. I do want to stop and thank everybody for all your support. we did have a death in the family this past week, and I wasn't here last Monday, and it was a pretty hard week, friends. It really was. And but you know what? It's good to be back on the air, and it's good to be back with my WMEL family, and it's good to be back to work. And we've got a great show for you today, amazing show. But for a few minutes, I'm going to hand the microphone over to Roy, my husband. Welcome, Roy.
Hi, welcome everybody to WMEL 1300, the Talk to Me station. My name is Roy Trent. Welcome to the Laureen Trent Show. I am the broker-owner of Trent Realty, and whatever I touch turns to sold. Right now is the best time ever to buy real estate. Interest rates are low, and prices are still relatively low, but the prices are on the rise. We are starting to see a recovery in our economy. If you're interested in purchasing a home, please give us a call at 321-777-0474 or email us at trentrealtyreo@gmail.com. And remember, if you buy, sell, or rent, to do it with Trent.
That's right.
I also want to take a moment to say thank you to all our veterans who are serving or who have served for us. We appreciate you, and God bless you very much.
And you know what, Roy? You forgot to do our song, but we have our caller on the line, friends. And I want to thank you for tuning in to the Laureen Trent Show. We air every Monday at 1 p.m. Eastern Central Time right here on WMEL 1300. We cover anything from real estate to politics. And let me tell you, we had some week last week with the wins on the general election here in Florida. It was sweeping, and let me tell you, it was exciting. I went to Congressman Posey's victory party, and well, you know what, we're going to talk about all that next week. I have a caller on the line because today we are going to be talking about money and your money, and we have a very special guest, Leslie Michael, and he is amazing. I know this man personally, and it's not about making a buck, it's about making a difference. And you should ask yourself, forget about the investment products. To heck with the slanted advice. Just ask yourself one simple question. Who do you trust with your money? Welcome, Leslie Michael.
How you guys doing?
All right.
Good. I was running a little late here, Leslie, but please tell the listeners a little bit about yourself. You authored the book Money Uncensored, and
yeah, well, first of all, I just wanted to say condolences. We've talked about, when you have a death in the family, it's not very nice. And ironically enough, today, my stepbrother and my stepsister's stepdad, so we weren't really related, he passed away today. And those things happen, and so I just wanted to, just say my condolences. And on a humorous side, I just wanted to mention, of all the pictures I've seen of you guys catching sharks and stuff like that, are you crazy? Wow.
Yeah, yes. We get them all the time.
And we can't wait till you come here. And you know what? Let me tell the listeners a little before we go into money, because I find you to be amazing, one of the most amazing people I know as far as economics and money.
Thank you.
Leslie Michael is the author of the book and does public lectures on Money Uncensored. Money Uncensored. It's not about making a buck. It's about making a difference. Money Uncensored cuts through the financial noise and exposes real issues facing North Americans and the rest of the world. It's time to reinvent the future of financial literacy and take an honest look at the financial world in a way that has rarely ever been shown before. Leslie often leaves people with a sobering look at the financial future we are facing and some of the choices available to grow and protect your wealth as safely as possible. His mission is to assist people in their quest to live with purpose and joy by sharing sound financial personal solutions. After years of being a financial strategist and raising millions of dollars in investment funds, he started realizing the financial world was getting more dangerous by the month. So he took a new path and started sharing his experiences through a series of lectures he named the Money Uncensored Lectures. Leslie's hope is to make people aware of the financial path being forced upon them and the serious implications of this path through things continue to go the same way. So, and I am very proud to say, Leslie, this is amazing, that Leslie is a part of the Trent Realty family business.
Very happily.
Yes.
Very happily a member of the Trent family. Maybe I'll just add one more thing, too. In regards to Trent Realty, in regards to, being part of the family, I'm not a Debbie Downer when it comes to investing, but I am going to be talking about the 10 dangers of investing. And I want to say this now so that I get into people's heads, and that is, I'm a safety first guy because I used to be a risk taker, and after raising millions of dollars, I've seen all the dangers out there. So we're going to talk about that. But at the same time, you need to take risks as well too. It's not like So we took a risk on the Trent family, and it is a risk I am very, 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 very happy to have taken. You guys have been amazing, and it's if you don't do your own financial thinking, somebody else is going to be doing your financial thinking for you. So when it comes down to, say, for example, someone like myself or like Theodore, who is the CEO of the company that we came on board with Trent, it's all about the order of returns. It's all about value investing. It's all about understanding risks and understanding that question, like, who do you trust with your money? When Theo and I got together, years ago, and we, before we even discovered Roy and Lorraine, we both kind of saw each other's lectures. And, you go into the financial world and you see all these people talk about this and that and this investment and this risk and this and that. And I met Theo in this money show, and he had like the most boringest PowerPoint presentation, and he was just a plain Jane guy. You've met Theo. It's his birthday weekend, by the way.
Happy birthday, Theo!
Yeah, and we were sitting there, and I remember looking at his lecture, and I'm like, "Good grief, this is like the most horrendous looking presentation." But the words that came out of his mouth were English, and they made sense to me in regards to risk taking and value investing and understanding the macro and the microeconomics. And he came out later, and he went and checked out the Money Uncensored lectures, and he was like, "This is the best presentation I've ever seen," and we became friends ever since. And then, of course, we decided to join up with Graham Theodore and get involved with the Trent family, and I'm right now in Boston working on our second major acquisition, so it's all fun.
Leslie, thank you. Yeah, and you're amazing on the radio. For the listeners out there that don't know, Graham Theodore, Trent Realty, Theodore Tonka and Leslie Michael, we are a subsidiary. They own part of Trent Realty, and let me tell you, we couldn't be more blessed to have Graham Theodore and Leslie. A lot of companies get bought out by different companies. I don't want to mention any names, but they come along and they all go into one. But you know what? Trent Realty, we retained ownership. We work as partners together, and we are franchised. And I feel so blessed. And Leslie, by the way, I'm sorry, I forgot to condolences to your family.
Oh, thank you. Well, technically, it wasn't really my family. It's my stepbrother and my stepsister's family, and so, of course, we're attached, and I appreciate that for sure. And if they're listening, I think they might be listening.
How about a flight down to Florida while you're in Boston?
Catch some sharks.
Yeah, come on.
Well,
we got an extra room.
I am definitely going to be taking you up on that offer. I don't know if I'm going to take you up on that offer now, but since you're just down the road from Daytona and Daytona 500, I just can't pass that up. That's just too... that's too enticing for me to come down there.
Can I ask you a question, Leslie? And then we're going to go into the dangers of investing. What made you guys interested in Trent Realty, in us? I mean, you say you do value investing. And so, I mean, that made me feel really good. I said, wow, Roy, we're worth value to someone. So, I mean, tell us in your personal opinion.
Well, first of all, let me tell you how special Trent Realty is so you get an idea. When Theodore, who is 27, I have to say 27-year-old now because it's his birthday, is a 27-year-old boy genius in this regard. He goes looking at balance sheets and business